Hello.
Hey, how
Hi.
you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. And what's
Yes.
your name? Your name is
My,
Stephanie, is it?
my name is Stephanie. Yes,
How
yes.
you
And
doing?
I'm doing great. Your
Okay.
name?
My name is Ashish, and I am calling from India. I'm so sorry, my camera was off.
Okay, great. You're calling from
And
India.
what about you?
I am in the United States.
What
So
part of the United States?
right now I'm living in South Carolina, but I was born in Texas.
Oh, you born in Texas and you live in South Carolina, which is
Mhm.
pretty nice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and what do you do? You're a full-time teacher?
I was before teaching online. I
Mhm.
was a teacher for 6 years at a public school, well, actually, two public schools. And then I transitioned out of that, and now I just teach online every morning.
Okay. So now
Hmm.
you don't teach in a school, right? You're totally
Right.
like
Yes. I'm
full-time.
just at
You're doing
home.
Cambly.
I'm doing, yes, and I have other companies too that I balance. I also work for them.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And you live in South Carolina. Do you live with your family?
No, and that's why we want to move back to Texas so I can be closer to my family. So
Hmm.
that's the goal for next year. We're going to be moving at some point during the year back to Texas.
Okay, all right. So I am from India and I live in New Delhi. And
Okay.
I'm an English teacher too. I teach English, but not in a school. I teach online.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, I am a private tutor.
Oh, you're a private tutor. That's so
Yeah.
wonderful. Okay, so we have very similar experiences, teaching
Yeah.
online.
Mhm.
So what
Less than
makes
you.
Oh, okay. Is it recently that you started
Uh,
teaching online?
it's been I would say 3 years I've been teaching English. But
Mm,
yeah, I'm trying my best, and
mhm.
I'm learning how to teach students.
Yes, I think we're all learning. We're all learning alongside our students
It
because
was kind of difficult
Mhm,
for me when I started, teaching. So I didn't know how to teach, and yeah, after that I realized after 2 or 3 months, I realized yeah, it's kind of great. And also I took some courses, kind of TEFL. So
mhm,
that's where I got some ideas how to teach and what. And yeah, still I'm working. I'm trying my best, and also
mhm.
I'm learning. Besides, I'm
Yeah,
learning as well.
yeah, that's great. Yes, I just recently took the TESOL
Mm.
course, and so I thought it was really nice, a good general um, education review. So
So
I
you
I
did it
did mhm,
TESOL, TEFL, right?
the
Oh,
TESOL.
TESOL.
Yeah,
It's called TEFL,
because
yeah.
yeah, because I wanted to apply for a different online company and they
Mhm.
required the TESOL. So
Exactly.
all of the other companies that I've worked for, they didn't require one. They just, I was okay, but now for this new company, they do require it. So I went ahead and did it.
So how many hours you did it? Like 120 or 150?
I don't know how many hours, but it took me a couple of days, at least a couple, like 2 to 3 days, because I
Yeah, yeah.
couldn't do it all at once.
Mhm.
So yeah, it took me about two to
I
three
did
days.
it 120 hours, and it took me a month. It was not kind of difficult, but I was kind of busy, so I didn't pay
Mhm,
attention to it. But one day I just cleared my all exams. They give
mhm.
only 3 attempts you can do it, right?
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Yeah. And so I cleared in the first, and yeah, eventually I got my certificate and everything. But I never applied for any. Like I used to teach on Cambly, but I didn't apply anywhere else. Itaki is also there, which is from China,
Mm. Hmm.
and they also ask TEFL or any other kind of certificate if you have, for example, TEFL, TESOL, or maybe Delta.
Delta. I've
Um,
only heard of the TEFL and the TESOL. Yeah. So, so you've taught children in China?
No, no, I don't. I teach mostly Indian student. I have
Ah, okay.
earlier some of the student which was like kind of from out of India, Saudi
Mhm.
Arabia, Dubai. Still, I have some students who are from like India, but they live somewhere else, like Saudi Arabia, South Korea.
Ah, okay. Yes. Okay. So your your students are traveling to different parts of the world and they still want your
Yeah,
English classes. That's so nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
they work actually out of India, so yeah
mm,
they take
oh,
class or Zoom application, and which is
yeah.
going pretty well. I also
That's
enjoy
great.
sometimes feel a really great job. You know what? You need to just learn and try to teach as much as you can. Right?
Yes,
Do your better.
exactly.
Just give your best, and that's all.
Yeah, and so like right now I'm um my teacher certification is like every 5 years I have to renew it. And because I am out of the classroom now, I usually would get my professional development hours throughout the year. So now I have to get 150 hours before probably September.
Mhm,
um, so I have to make sure I'm updating my teaching classes so that they will count
mhm,
towards the new certification, the renewed certification. So I've been doing that most of these past 4 months. I've been working a little bit at a time to
mhm.
make sure I have it done by that September. And I think I have maybe how many more hours left? Maybe 50 more to go.
Okay.
It's
And
taking, yeah, a while, but I can do it.
Stephanie, was it really hard for you when you started teaching?
Yes.
How was that? It was
Yes.
hard for you as well.
It was very hard because, I I always wanted to be myself. I
Hmm.
didn't want to change, but parts of being with, children that, maybe didn't focus in school, didn't want to be there. It really frustrated me that they didn't want to learn. And so I had to change in the sense that I had to be more strict. I had to be more of
Energetic and
not the fun teacher that I had
yeah.
in mind.
Hmm.
So that was hard for me to process. I also had that first year, I had a student, and actually the second year, because I had the same group for 2 years in a row, which was not good. But there was a girl that had a lot of behavioral issues in the past in her elementary school.
Hmm.
And so coming into fifth grade, because I taught mostly fifth grade students, I was told, okay, she used to throw chairs, she used to push tables, she used to be confrontational, and she had a hard time with her studies. And so
Hmm.
going in, I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be good experience for me. And it was. I mean, it challenged me in so many ways. My patience level, my ability to focus on what I needed to teach, and then
Hmm.
having conversations one on one with her was another thing I learned from her. And even like into the second year, she was basically the same. So it was a lot of, it took a lot of emotion,
Hmm.
um, ability to manage being around her. And so, and because the way she was that way,
Hmm.
the students were also affected by it. Some of them, acted out if they could. Some of them uh, avoided any conversation with me because they knew that I was dealing with her and they didn't want to interrupt me. So I feel like it took a lot from my students, the other students, because I was having to manage her a lot. And so, it's just it was part of that learning process those first years. And so uh now that I'm out of that public space, I
Hmm.
feel um like I've processed everything and maybe I'll go back and it'll be different. It'll change because I've been through that.
Yeah,
But it's
yes.
still hard either way. It's still hard.
Yeah, I would definitely say it is kind of teaching. It's not a piece of cake. Obviously, it is
Mhm.
hard. It's a challenging job as well. Sometimes you might get a better student. Sometimes you need to make them better. You might get the
Mhm.
worst, and you have to train them. And if you're not
Mhm.
able to train the worst student, then what's the point to being, a teacher there,
Right,
right?
right,
So you
exactly.
have to really handle every kind of student. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter that person has a good like common sense or something like that.
Yeah, the
If that
mindset is
person doesn't
different.
have, that's fine. We need to train. We need to. That's what we are here.
Yeah, that's it's part of the challenge that we have as
Exactly. We
teachers
need.
and
We're
yeah.
running out of time, Stephanie. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was amazing talking to you. I
Oh, thank you
love
for
the
calling
conversation.
me. Yes, and I can tell you're a wonderful teacher.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll
Yes.
see you later.
Goodbye. See you next
Goodbye.
time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.